When a sexual harassment complaint gets filed at work, it kicks off a whole chain of events. But what really happens behind the scenes? Look, understanding the official process is so important for everyone. So in this explainer, we're going to walk through that exact procedure, step by step, from the very first report to the final outcome. Okay, so a formal complaint is officially on the record. Now what? It's not chaos, I can tell you that. It's actually a very specific chain of events, a process that's designed to be thorough, to be fair, and in the end, to be decisive. So let's follow that path together and see exactly where it leads. All right, Section 1. This is where it all begins. And it's not about pointing fingers or jumping to conclusions right away. It's all about a careful, structured investigation that's designed to get the facts and uncover the truth. The process follows a really clear, logical flow. It all starts the moment a formal complaint is received. That immediately triggers a confidential investigation. Next, all the evidence is gathered up and analyzed to figure out, are these allegations valid? And only then, only after the facts are established, is a decision made on what action to take. It's a methodical progression, from A to B to C. And this, right here, this is the absolute key. If the investigation confirms that harassment happened, the response isn't something that gets delayed or is, optional. The source material uses two very important words, prompt and remedial. That means the action taken has to be immediate and it has to be corrective. It's all about stopping the behavior now and fixing the damage that was done. So once harassment is confirmed and action is necessary, the focus shifts. This is where the consequences for the harasser become very, very real and tangible. So what does remedial action actually mean in practice? Well, think of it as having a two-part mission. First, stop the harmful behavior in its tracks. Second, put measures in place to make sure it can never happen again. It's both a reaction to what happened and a solution for the long term. Now, the action taken against the harasser isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's really tailored to how serious the offense was. It might start with a formal written warning, but it can definitely escalate to more serious measures like a demotion or even a suspension. And in the most severe cases, yes, it leads to termination. The consequence fits the conduct. But holding the harasser accountable is really only half the story. A true resolution has to address the harm that was done to the person who came forward. So this final section, this is all about making things right. The goal is the restoration of lost terms, conditions, or benefits, and this is so critical. It means the process aims to make the complainant whole again. Were they passed over for a promotion? Did they lose out on wages? The objective is to restore everything that was unfairly taken away by the harassment. So ultimately, it comes down to this balance. On one side of the scale, you have accountability and discipline for the harasser. On the other, you have restoration and support for the complainant. An effective process just can't have one without the other. You need both to truly resolve the issue and help heal the workplace. So, why does all of this matter beyond just a single incident? Well, think about it. A clear process with predictable consequences sends a powerful message to the entire organization. It defines what is and what isn't acceptable behavior. It builds a culture where people feel safe, respected, and trusted. And that right there is the foundation of a truly healthy workplace.